Alrighty, welcome back. We're gonna go at it again. I've been working on it off and on. We're getting some stuff tied up, but basically today what I want to do is I want to try to get the firewall put in it. I've got it tied at the bottom. If Jolene wants to bring her camera, well, we've showed it probably a few times. We've got the A-pillar tied down to the skeleton on the floor and gusset the A-pillar on the floor of that part. Now we have, when we laid the windshield down, we have cut all that meat out of the windshield post from the A-pillar. What I want to do now is I want to run a piece of square stock from A-pillar to on the top here over to here, and then what I can do is I can put a firewall on it. I've got a bar down here. I've got my steering column. I really had to go over that in my brain. Some people were saying put the steering column underneath, and I kept thinking, should I put it underneath? Well, I could have, yes, I could have, but as I've got the firewall in here, and I thought about it. Believe me, I thought about it. Had to run it over my brain. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that square stock across from the A-pillar to A-pillar, put a firewall in it with the perforated metal, and what's going to happen is I'm going to make it so the perforated metal can come out, can pull it off. We can work on the engine from the back, from the inside of the car. We've got half the engine inside the car and a little bit on, well, not half, we'll say a third of it inside and 2/3 outside. But what happens is if I want to take it apart and take the body off to make it easy, I'm just going to make the firewall be able to come out. I'll bolt it or self-tap or whatever to the square stock that we have going across there. Square stock on here. I'll put it on the face of that. I'll be able to pull it off. Then I just be able to unbolt my steering column and pull it right out. No worries, no nothing. That's basically what I'm thinking of. And that stuff has to be thought about when you're working on stuff like this, because you can get yourself in trouble. You can get yourself in a mess if you want to. And basically, well, all you have to do is back up and do that work again. Everything that I done on this car, I kind of just tacked it first and then nailed it down. I just took my time and used my brain a little bit, and I would think about it over and over. I didn't, like, this stuff is nailed down now. The brackets for these arms, it's nailed down now. The front end's nailed down. The steering box is nailed down. But it was there for a little bit before I really, really nailed it down when I was happy with it. That's basically what I did until I was happy with it. Let's do it. I'm going to put a piece of metal in there, a piece of square stock from top post to top post. I'm going to measure it. I'm going to say 43.5. 43.5, excuse me, sweetheart. It's getting a little chilly here today. Jolene's dressed up like wintertime. She's still beautiful as ever, but it's getting cold in the bed. It's getting cold. 43.5. This one tied on here. I got a little cleaning up to do. I want to clean it up inside a little, just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in there, I guess. What the heck? Makes it easier for me if I jump in there. Soon it'll be time to cut the doors open, but I really want to get this bad boy in shape before I start cutting the doors open. I want to get it fitting good, right, nice and tight, because I would never want to cut the doors open until I got this A-pillar tied in the top. Someone said something about the top of the doors. When am I going to do the doors? Well, when I get to there, I'll tack them together on the inside, and then I'll take them off, and then I can weld them up. $43.5. Should have brought that in with me, but I did not. Oh, I just ripped that right off, baby. I don't know if I did a good job on that or not. Didn't. Still going? You still got sound?
I hope so.
You hope so? Shove it in my back pocket. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna get the welder over here now. I've got to put a ground on here just before I start. Put that in there. Just in case it's ready to rock and roll, I can shove my head up there to get that. Just in case it's ready to rock and roll, and I can turn it on. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, huh? It's a long way to the top. I think there was a few questions asked if I was going to sandblast and fill this car. Probably not. Probably going to leave it just the way it is. So Jolene can, paint her name on the side of it or whatever that she wants to name the car. I'm going to leave it like that. Not going to paint it, I don't think. There we go. Yeah, I just basically want to get. What do I basically want to get? I basically want to get it level going across there, and I'm going to eye it up, because like I always do. I'll take a little bit more off that. Just like this. Wide, I'm going to take a little bit more off that. Let's turn the welder on, zap that bad boy on. And what I'm gonna nail it down to is the top hinge on the door. I'm nailing it on the post. That's where I'm gonna nail it. And then it won't be able to get away. Thank you very much, sweetheart, for turning the welder on. That was awesome of you. It's hard to work on it right now. I probably should have took the steering column and all that stuff out of it, but we keep having to put it in because we are building this car. We are making it fit Jolene, and the chassis is not originally for this car, obviously. We have cut it, we've sectioned it, we've chopped it, we've done a whole bunch of stuff to it. So it really is a full build of a car that, it's a full build, because everything has to be done. And probably a little bit more. I'm going to nail that right there. Just going to hold that. I can see where it's at, where the hinge is bolted. I'm going to go the other side and just plant it in the same place. Don't make any big fuss out of it. Just nail it in the same place. I'm down a little bit on that one. It's quite a hard spot to get in. Can't see that. Perfect. Wow, what a spot. What a spot. Baby, 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 what a spot. Got it connected. And it's in the same vicinity as that. We're halfway. Yeah. Just a little bit lower. I'm going to nail that back on there, I guess. Hard spot. Hard spot. Hard spot. I'm going to get this one to come up some. I'm going to have to get that grinder. Are you able to... I'll get it, sweetheart. No. I'll get it, baby. I just want to bring that up just a little tiny bit. All right, you're going to get that for me? Jolene's amazing today. She works the camera and is helping me out. Once I get these doors off, then it'll be a little bit easier to finish the car. There's a certain matter of orders have to be done first, I guess. And me tightening up the A-pillars is one of them. Before I slide it open, put the hinges on the door. This stuff is very hard to, as you can see, it's hard to do something like this quickly because of the area I'm working with. I probably should be trying to do it quickly, but I'm trying to get as much done. Oh, I don't want to let that go. I don't want that to go. Not at all. You know what, let me try. I had this. I want to make sure. What? Having a hard time we are. I'm inside the car. And having a hard time we are. Wow. Just had to move it up a little tiny bit, that's all. And that's what I wanted to do. But I want to make sure that this doorpost is in there tight. And it is. It is tight. Can't go any tighter. And just want to move it up a little bit because it looked like it was down just a hair. We're up halfway. Does that look better to me? That looks better to me. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to tie everything together so it cannot come apart. Down the front here a little bit. Come on. Burning good. Look it over to see if there's any more places I can weld it on, and there might be. Okay, there's what I have. I have a piece of square stock going from the bottom of the A-pillar. I have a piece of square stock from the top of the A-pillar over the top of the A-pillar. I will weld a piece of this to the window opening to close it in, but this is going to get the perforated metal, so I'm going to do a little measuring for here in a second, and we'll cut a piece to fit that. Yes, we will. Let's rock and roll. And I'll make it removable so you can take it in and out. That's what I want to do. I want to be able to take it in and out, and that should make us happy in every way. And what I mean by that is make us happy because we can take it in and out and we can do whatever we want with the engine at any time. The steering column can come out easy. You just pop out the firewall, undo the steering mechanism, and go for it. That's what I'm thinking. And I had to come up with that plan, or if I didn't come up with that plan, I would have to take the steering column and put it underneath of the square stock because you would never get the car off. you would never get the car off. So basically that's where I'm at. All right. Now it's just a matter of saying 43 and a half. 43 and a half, square. $14. 14. So I did that by eye. 14. 14. So 43 and a half by 14. 43 and a half by 14. So we need a zip cut. By 14. Okay. Good. I meant to put a couple of new markers in my new pants this morning. Got some clean pants on, and every time I go down, I must have 100 markers. Not 100 markers. There must be a good 10 or 15 markers down there, and I forget to bring them back to work is what I do. All right, 40. That's bent on that there. What's going on there? It's all bent. All right, we can and it does not matter to me if it's bent. What matters to me is we get a big enough piece. 14. Wow, right there. 14. And that line right there. Good. 14. 43 and a half. The holes put you right in place, do they not? Hopefully. I'm going to get a long whoop. Hello, Fina. Just going to mark that off quickly. Also, I like the idea of the perforated metal for the firewall, because then if we have to hook anything to it, there's a bunch of holes in it, we'll just bolt it up and be done with it. I think that's a good thing. And if anything goes wrong, Jolene will be able to see it. I got that tied around my foot. You see that, how I did that? I was going for a spill, but I'm going to have to throw the sparks the other way, aren't I there, Fiend Bean? Huh? Fiend Bean. We don't want to hit the dog. going to grab another hammer there. There's one inside, but it just makes it easier if I grab one here. I've had this metal out in the yard for a long time. I kind of like, well, I do like the rusty look of this. I don't know how much grinding we're going to do. We're going to do a little bit. We'll flush some of it off so it's not so sharp some places. But it's just nice to visualize all the places that it's been welded and made to fit. I'm going to take maybe a couple pairs of vice grips, maybe. Somewhat, I think. Now, once I get this piece on, I'm going to, well, I still got to do some cutting. I got my mark in my pocket. Just get the doors cut open. It would be much better. All right. Yeah. Now, see, I forgot about that steering. I got to cut that out. 3.5. All right. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to mark that. I'm going to mark that. Dun, 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 dun. Get off me. Bunches. All right. That one right there. I'm going to measure up. Throw the tape measure out. Tape measure over there on the ground. Sure, if you will, if you don't mind. Thanks, sweetheart. Makes the job harder, you know, when I'm inside here, but you're a big help, you know, when you are able to pick up my tool. I'm going to just measure up how tall it's off of the square stock. We're 4 inches up. I'm going to measure 4 inches up. Say 7.5. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw this on here. Give another measure from the post over. Gives me 12.5. So I'm hoping that'll cut out my hole for my steering column. We're going to be able to see the steering column at all time. We'll be able to unbolt it, no problem, which is a good thing. And I would think that on a race car, you would want to be able to work on everything very quickly, and being able to pull this firewall out and get that steering column out quickly, I think would be a bonus. Or to work at the back of the engine or anything, I think would be a bonus. And having all the holes, I have no problem finding something to bolt it where somewhere. Ha ha! Got the flapper wheel inside the car. So ouch. So I'll take the cord in case I want to use it. Smoothen that off a little bit, make it pliable to the hands, I guess. We've got the steering hooked up, not permanently, but we've got it hooked up and fabbed. It works excellent. It has more radius turn than I think it probably does originally, probably. measured from the top of that. That's why I got the wrong read. Measured from the top of that. Give me 4. Alrighty. I measured from the top of the, just made a measuring wrong calculation, and I'm just going to take the flapper wheel and try to grind it out and get it. That's what I'm going to try to do. It's 3/4 of an inch, and I think we can get her. Should almost draw what I want. I probably should. I don't know if I want to go up that far first. Yeah, how far that looks. See what it looks like. Ouch. You know, having gloves on is a good thing, but when you go to do something, every time I go to do something, these little fingers of those gloves stick underneath of it, and it really is quite aggravating. Alright, you gotta go a little further. I gotta go further, man. And then we'll weld a piece of metal from the top of this to there, close that in. That'll be completed. Square tubing, square stock from here down to here, there, down to there. Cap it. Keep the process going. Whew, what a spot to work. What a spot to work, sweetheart. Like working in the closet. Hard to hold. That old smelling plastic smells funny, don't it, huh? Woo! Just gotta keep going with it. I could have made a, damn it, I hooked again. Not having fun with the hookup of my sound, not having fun with it. It keeps getting caught on things, not having fun with it. All right. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Still got to go down some. Still got to get some. Let's do some more. Phew, that stinks, don't it? Ah. Hopefully. Get. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle. It's a real struggle. All right, we're close to the bottom. We're getting closer. Man, just take it out in plasma, cut the damn thing and be done with it, eh? You know what I mean? Getting closer. A little bit more. I gotta take more out of it. I'm gonna take a making her work. Making it work. Hard to hold. Just don't want to get in and out of the cart. Damn it. No. All that work just for making a wrong measurement. I made a wrong measurement on the height of it, and it's that much more work just trying to get it. I can take it back out, I suppose. Not what I want it to do, make the wrong measurement, but keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed. now. Come over a little bit, we could. Ah! Gotta come over a little bit. This is where it tries you. What I mean by tries you is your patience. Right? Tries your patience, man. Terrible. This blade is done. You can tell by the amount of sparks it throws off. I'd say it's finished. Come on. I have to come this way further, or I want to. Maybe I don't, I don't know. I want to come a little ways. I have to get out, I guess. My blade is done. It's done. My, what? Oh, I don't know what to say. My blade is done. I'm going to jump out to get a blade. That's what I did not want to do. But I got to do it, I guess. I guess that'll work. Put a couple up there in case it doesn't. These are just used ones. I use them all. Just keep using them. Thanks, B-Baby. Appreciate that. Hard stuff to make a firewall and have someone watch them inside the car while I'm getting caught up. Yes, it is. I'm holding myself as best I can. You know what I'm saying? It's not nice spitting in my face, is it? Got me 3 or 4 times. Alrighty, let's try it again. And that's what it takes. It is what it is. It takes what it takes. And basically, that's her in a handbag right there. I'm going to get, actually, now that I have that on there, I'm going to put a couple self-tappers in that. That's what will hold our dash in, or our firewall. I'm going to put a couple self-tappers in that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back off. I'll have the self-tappers where it's going to be held. Then I'm going to take it back off. Then I'm going to run some square stock for the transmission tunnel. And then I'm going to have to cut that out of that firewall again. I probably could have got in there and made a paper pattern of it all, but I still would be in there trying to make something in a knot hole. Not interested, just wanted to cut it and put it in. It didn't go so well, but it's getting better because it's fitting now. I'm feeling a lot better about it now, so I'm going to get a self-tapper, some self-tappers. I like self-tappers just because, you know, you put them in the drill and it holds it on, generally, if I can find them. That should be another thing I should have looked for, probably. Do we know where those are, sweetheart? Do we know where those are? That could be a bad thing. Could be a bad thing. And the reason being is they should be right here. We didn't take those anywhere, did we? Haha. I didn't want them long ones. I don't have any short ones. I just want to grab some and stick them in, but it don't look like I have any. Well, huh? Where were they? Right there? Right there? Oh, lovely. If any closer, they could have bit me. We'll put those there. What's wrong, Fiend? Did I scare you? Huh? Get this rocking and rolling. Atta girl, Fina. Are you serious? Can't get the drill out of the drill. Bear with me. Sometimes it goes like that. Can't get the drill out. The bit out of the drill. Don't know why, but I can't. Back into the drawer again. Try to find something. I like a 5/16 self tapper. Take these gloves off. Yeah, see if I can plunk one of these in here and make it look right. See what happens. See what happens. I know where the hole is though, or where I want to drill it. So, get her in place. Do it to me. I didn't want that way over there, did I? I want to see if it's centered. That looks good on that side. Doesn't fit where I wanted it at all, to be honest with you. Damn it. I just can't see both sides at one time. Got a little gap going on there, that's fine. Gaps at the bottom. for now. Sure, we should have vice gripped it on. Jeez. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to vice grip it on. I brought vice grips in with me, did I not? They're right here. I got some vice grips. If they'll get in. No, can't. Look at that now. Can't get the vice grips. Well, I can vice grip from the bottom. Let's do that part. Ouch. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Hard to see both sides at one time. That's all what's going on. Let's put him in an awl hole and see how good he does, huh? That's basically what's going on right now. Let's put him in an awl hole and see how good he does. That's how I feel. Is it working, hey? I can just put these on here anywhere, I suppose. Put them on anywhere, I suppose. That's off. Mess off. Not messing with me now, is it? Huh? It's not messing with me now, because it knows who's boss. Because it knows who's boss. Sticking her down is all I'm doing, is sticking her down. I'm going backwards. Cut that on the other side. Alrighty, we're going to have to get a piece of metal, and we're going to tie this together. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to cut that off straight or what I'm going to do, but I'm going to tie that together with this square stock, tie that together, the windshield area, the cowl part, tie it to the square stock. This is going to be able to come off at any time. Unscrew it, pull it off, unbolt the steering. You can still unbolt the steering column right where it's at. We're going to leave that little hole there. It's nothing too major going on there. Nothing over there should be coming out and flying at Jolene anyways. We're going to run a couple pieces of square stock from here. I don't know where. We're going to maybe from here down to here and down to there, and we'll get the transmission tunnel going. Well, basically, I can show you. I'm wound up in here quite heavily, but get out for a second. Alrighty. Grab some square stock. I've got a piece right here. Check this out. Got my marker in my pocket. Didn't do any measuring, didn't do anything, just jumped out and grabbed a piece. Instead of going and cutting, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab a piece and go for it. Now I'm just in here at the same place, same knot hole I was before. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld a piece of square stock from this square stock on the firewall down to here, so I can put something on top of this and cover that drive shaft, and I can also go from here and make a panel, same on the other side. So basically what I'm going to do is, I got that screw right where I want that. It's not bad. Just going to take in. Wow. I'm just going to put that like, I can measure all the same on the other side. Basically what I'll do is, what I'm thinking here is I'll put one side in so it looks good, and then I'll just do the measuring for the other side so it looks good. You know, basically. That's hitting that. It can be turned. Obviously I don't need to be run like that. I have got both of the, that's got to, I like to have that in there. Underneath your seat, we get the seat sort of inside of our tunnel, you know what I mean? Sort of. We can go here though. Actually, you want a gas pedal, so maybe we should run it like this. See that seat right in the corner here is what that area there? I would take it right up to that if I could. So this piece is straight down and over. If I took a 90 from this, if I made this piece right here, if I took a 90 and laid it in there before I put my seat in, so it will go straight down and over, and then the seat will go in. That's what I'm going to have to do. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that on that side, that right there. I'm just going to put it on that side of that. I'm going to bring it in so the seat doesn't hit the seat, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm going to do, this one fits right in the corner here on that side, so that's what I'm going to do. The seat's not hitting it, the seat's bolted down, And I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to put the other one right over here on this side. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut that. I can draw that out. That's going to be cut out. Right on the side of that. Right on the other side of that. Now I'm going to have to take that back out. I'm going to have to take that back out and I'm going to take and cut this. I'll cut that down, put it down inside here. We'll put that down inside there. Cut that off like this. Let's cut one off, see what happens, see what it looks like. And then I can pull the firewall back off. I have this piece cut, and then I'll weld it, I'll mark my spot. The center of that, and the center of that. We're just on the outside of that, just so we know. Zip cuts out there, isn't it? Or is it? It's a real life struggle, this one. It's a real life struggle. That was the end. That one seemed to fit nice. Sorry, Tina. Sorry. I'm going to jump in, see if it fits, and then I'll cut another one. I'll have to jump back out and cut another one. But we want to see if this one fits. She's tied in at the top now. She's not coming apart. She's not coming apart. No, it's not. Firewall's not coming apart now. Where the two pieces are tied in on the A-pillar, it's not coming apart. That goes there like that. What did I do? I cut it too short. Cut the wrong line. That now, would you? Well, that's what I want. I want one there and one on the other side. I'm going to make it a 1/2 inch longer. Man, I'm doing good today. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's how it goes, though, man. That's how it goes. I'm not going to throw the square tubing away. I just got it over there, you know. That's how it goes, though. When you get doing this sort of stuff, some days it goes really good, and some days you couldn't buy a right cut. But just continue on. And if you don't continue on, you'll never get it done. I'm just going to make the same mark here. And I'm going to do it a little bit longer. How fast can you get in and out of the car is how fast you get it done, I guess. How fast you get in and out of the car. Get them doors opened up would be nice. Get them doors opened up. Ooh, that's a good cut. And then I get that out of the way, it'll be fine. Take a little bit off maybe, but once I get that out of the way, it should be fine. So let's try that over there. We're a little bit long. That's fine once we get that out of the way. So I'm going to cut one more of these. I'm going to take this off. Oh, not going to take it off yet? No, I'm not. I'm going to cut one more and then throw my power back in. Stick with me and I'll have them 2 bars cut on. You can see what I'm going for there. I know on this here, when I take that off, or I got the drawn for the square tubing, I'm going to have to make the little square cut a little bit bigger than what I have showing there, and the reason being is for when I weld it around the square stock, it's going to make it bigger, so it's going to be harder to deal with. We'll make a bigger hole than necessary. So, as I'm doing this, you can exactly see how long it's going to take the firewall out to work on something. Now, if we want to work on something or get something or whatever, this is how long it's going to take. Now we'll be able to get at everything, which would be nice. Ooh, don't want to do that happen. Don't want that to happen. Zip cuts out there. Alrighty. No, I'll get out and get it. I just want to get what's going on here. I got to get this square stock in here first. Take a little bit off. We have a flapper wheel right here. Flapper wheel. Damn it. Fit nice. That's all I'm looking for. Ouch, it's hot. Ouch. It's hot. Don't want that to hit that. Close here. I know that. We're close. We's close. All right, we're going to go with that. Ouch. Ouch. You know what's wrong? The pipe's hot. Yeah. And that hole, obviously, we can put a new one there. We can put a new hole there. Hitting the transmission. Nope, we do not. I'm going to put it over there because I can. Gives us more room. Ah, you know what it doesn't do? It doesn't give me my mark for my firewall is what happens. So I know where to cut it out now. I guess if I put it back in, I know where to cut it. It's not hitting, is it? I like to have a little more room from the transmission. I would. I like that better. I'm going to go with this. I'll have to make a new spot and make a new one. And what I mean by make a new one, make a new line on the firewall. A new line on the firewall where to cut. I guess basically I just put it up in place and mark it. Buzz this on here. I'm doing what I don't like right at the present moment. I'm building and buttoning it down as I'm building in it. I generally don't like doing that is because mistakes are made, and then when the mistake is made, then you have to cut it all off and cut all the welds you just spotted on. You just spotted on. Generally, that just gives you a chance to to be able to cut it off and play with it again. But here we are. This is what we're doing. I'm nailing it down. It's time. It's time. Now I'm just going to make the same distance there, and I'm going to do by eye. Do by eye. Just like every other time. I think maybe for the tunnel, I'll come in and maybe do a paper pattern and then trace it out, just because, make it easier. It'll make it easier. What? Did you say something? Here we go. Yep, that's the part of it. When you start making it, it's hot over the other side. Stop it. Why are you? Just trying to eye up so it's the same. Nail that sucker down. I'll put the firewall back on. That one. Alrighty. I've nailed that in there. I've nailed it in there good, I think. I think it's all over for that sort of stuff. Are you able to give that a click? The welder? Let's shut her down. I'm gonna tack this back on. Set it up in there in place. And I'm gonna make a mark where I gotta cut it. And then we'll put it back in. Ouch. Got me. Got me. Can't tell where my screw holes are. hoping we're, I don't know if we're even close, but. Don't even know if we're close. Yeah, we're close. We've got to be close. Huh. That's too bad. I don't like this, but whatever. Ouch. Okay, I got her now. I got her now. Alrighty, we'll get out and cut that out. Stick it back in, give away a hat or a shirt. Sometimes there's just no glory in this stuff. It is what it is. Alrighty. I'm gonna plug into the side of the wall. Trying to get rid of some sharp stuff. See what happens. There she be in all her glory. So I'm going to continue on, do the exact same thing. I'll probably end up, not sure if we're going to use, we probably will. We'll probably use the perforated metal And what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and do the exact same thing. We'll make a hole for the shifter. We'll put a piece down over top of this piece. We can go screw right down to here. Anytime you want to work on it, you can just pull it off. Then we'll go along here. We'll make this piece. That could have went down. I could have went down a lot further with the firewall and that. Could have went down further, but I still can. This part only is the piece that has to come off. This stuff down in here could stay. I mean, it doesn't much matter. I'll have to make my mind up about that, but it could have come down a little bit further, but that's fine. We've got this to cover in, that to cover in. We got to get a gas pedal on there. I'm glad that we went in here narrower instead of wider. We still got to get a foot pedal going on there. Alrighty, let's give away a hat or a shirt. That was very trying for me. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I'm still tangled up in a cord that I could... Alrighty, let's give away a hat or shirt. Working? Seems to be working. 269 comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. What's that? On the Packard? Okay, we bought the Packard. Wasn't planning on it, but it happened. Should be an interesting show tonight. Chad, you need another project to work on. Will this be another race car restored or chopped? It looks pretty solid and complete. Might be a good one to get a hold of. If you do get the Packard, it'll be fun to see what you do with it. Thank you very much, Ron. I don't know if I need another project or not. No, I don't think I do. But when I look at something like that, I have looked at it and I know what I would do to it. The Packard had a funny spot in the door where it come back. It was kind of half a fadeaway sort of thing, I guess you call it. I would continue that fadeaway back to the back fender. So there's a bulge in the front door. If you take the 47 Packard, is it not? A 47 Packard, that bulge that was inside the door, I would continue it to the back fender. So the bulge is in the middle of the door. I would continue that to the back fender. I'd bring it down on the gentle graze. I'd whack the roof off it. I'm thinking about making it a 3-window coupe. That's what I would do. I'd whack the roof off it. I'd cut the roof ahead. I'd make it a 3-window coupe is what I'm thinking that I would do to it. It does not look like that right at the present moment. No, it does not, but that's what I see in my brain. Fadeaways, 3-window coupe. Well, the 2 back doors shut, and go with it. Just have fun with it, basically. And this is what I'm starting to like. I'm starting to like this, cutting rusty cars and then cutting them up and showing everywhere where you have cut them or you have put them together. Like, basically, this car is very fun to look at because you can see every incision that has been made. You can see every incision that's been made, and it's kind of fun to see that, like how the back window's put in. I finished the back window this morning, just tacked that in, just cut it and butt it pretty well. Basically, pretty easy thing to do. But you can see how I've put the car together, and it makes it fun when you can see that sort of stuff. That Packard has got patina, just like this one does. And what I'm thinking is the patina would be nice to leave it there and show how I've made the car. It can always be finished at any time, but the bodywork is what takes so long and so much effort to make it, to be happy with it. I've spent, a few days on this truck. Yes, I have, but the bodywork and the sanding, and that's where many, 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 many hours can be put in. You might not see it, but there is. But on this one here, we're just continuing along. We have, today's car content was watching me struggle inside here on this, watching me struggle on this. And it's a hard place when you're up underneath a steering column and you've got a seat put in, you got your shifter, and you need everything in there to know what you're doing. And this is what I come up with. So we could get that steering column off. I put it on top of the square stock. So when I did that, I had to come up with a plan how to get that steering column off. And that's what I come up with. We got the perforated, we'll just pull it off, pull the steering column out, pull the body off. Makes it that much easier. All right, everybody. Oh, did we say who won the hat or shirt? Ron C. I didn't say. Ron C. Ron C. won the hat or shirt. Sorry, Ron, I was reading your comment and got talking about the Packard. And I love cutting and chopping. Yes, I do. Where it takes time is the sanding and the priming and the filling and that sort of stuff to make it look extra special. To me doing this sort of stuff that's the easy stuff. Cutting her apart and doing all that stuff. When you start doing the filling and that sort of thing, then you really, it has to be better and better and better all the time. But anyways, we're getting her slowly. We're getting her, and we're getting her. We're slowly getting her covered in. Once we get the inside kind of done, sort of situated, now I'll be able to cut them doors off and get a hinge put on them. We got the old pieces out there. We'll get a hinge put on them doors, and we'll get the doors off and get swinging. It's going to be a little bit better when the doors are off to get in and out of the car. Right now, it's not that way. But I'm happy with the Firewall. I'm happy with it, very happy with it. We'll put a little piece of metal from the square stock up to here. Put a little we'll weld a piece across here up to here. Get that contact in there. We'll have to get you a couple gauges. We got your gauges over there. We got a couple gauges over there. We're gonna have to make a little pod or get a little pod that we can maybe stick there that you can move or whatever. Got to make the transmission tunnel. That's pretty basic stuff. How I got it square stocked. It's just patterns, and it can be whatever it wants to be. It can. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for sticking along and watching me struggle, but sometimes that's the way it goes.